I just start our recording. So welcome to our last session, 8 sessions we've had, our 8th week on healing with love, as it's morphed into. Started with healing pain with love, but healing with love, whatever we want to heal with love. And in our last session, and it was actually Margarita was suggested, you know, some things that we might like to do, kind of directing our energy in a wider way. But I'd also like to have some time just to reflect on some of our experiences, learnings, what we've gained from this exploration and time. And as I said in a previous week, if you got inspired to write something, create something, or some, you know, little bit of art magic emerged from your experiences, it would be really nice to share in whatever form that took. So before we begin, also I want to speak to Atto and Karen, who's not here, and to Margarita as we're waiting for her, just in case anything happens that she misses it, and make sure that they're included in our bubble for our last session. So any, first of all, reflections on, you know, on thoughts of our journey that we've made together, and, you know, your comments or observations, learnings, benefits that it's been for you personally, anything that you want to share about that. Has it been good? Yes? Yes.
Yeah, for me it was good, but like putting it into words doesn't seem to be so easy.
Difficult to put into words.
Yeah, for me it was very fortunate that I had this possibility to use these sessions just for my own issues, and there was always like something new coming up, and kept going and going, and but it was very helpful also to kind of practice this attitude, to get a bit closer to like a softer and more loving attitude, and get away from being so method centered,
Yeah,
like technical centered, and and that was like pretty deep for me, and and it also seems like to have kind of deepened the overall efficiency or effectiveness of what I do in a pretty amazing way, which I don't understand. No, like I can't say anything.
When you say what you do, you mean other things you do, or the process of, you know, directing that energy to yourself?
Yeah, like using this for my issues and practicing stuff that comes up. And then also I used it, for example, when with my partner, and like she had a medical examination recently, and that kind of was so effective. Like I thought I knew. I also did other things, you know, like modern energy tapping with her. She had stress because of that, and had postponed it already one time, and then now, and like today was the next appointment, and it worked very well, and but not only that, like between me and her, like some like old fields or whatever, like who I am, who she is, or like that kind of tumbled or like became something different, like old stuff was kind of cleared out, and also the house where I'm living is like someone upstairs told her that she's through the night for the first time. She's living here, like, and yeah, seems like that, like and it seems like what is affected is like a blockage that I had also worked on, like being able to go out, like to expose myself, this whole connection to this country, like, or this town, and like very strange blockages or disconnects or something that seem to be going away or something.
So some very nice evolutions, really, you experienced in different areas that you've worked on as we've gone through the weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
Good.
Yeah, so.
And you said you've used it like as a kind of therapeutic tool on a couple of occasions with other people too, as an approach to help other people, which is also cool.
Yeah, but also like what was the kind of shocking was the effectiveness.
Yeah.
Like it was shocking that I thought, oh, this is like powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the simplest thing to be so powerful. Yeah. Yeah.
Like the stability around me is made of stress, you know. Like, and all of a sudden you like kind of flow it all away and you don't know what's going on anymore. Like, yeah, but then you need energy.
So thanks, really. That I'm very happy to hear, actually, the journey and the benefits and the shifts and adding another way to help ourselves with a gentle attitude, as you say, and understanding what's going on in the dynamic so you can use it. Yeah, so yeah, very happy about that. Yeah, thanks for sharing.
I was actually thinking about like maybe I'll do that, like take the next course as well.
Good. Compassion. Yeah, I'd love it if if all of us could go on together and like go deep and learn more, explore deeper. We'll talk about that later. But if we get a few of us who want to, then I can do it. So that would be really great. Yeah. So, yeah, anyone else? Do you want to sort of reflect on your own experience?
I did find that it was nice to be able to remember to use it in between sessions, because before I was just using it. We had the hour and a half, and I would forget about it till next Thursday. But this stayed in there during the week. And today I've had a problem come up, and instead of rushing to fix it, I've sort of sat back and think, let's send love to the situation and see if there's some way it can be resolved other than both of us.
Yeah, and was there a shift from doing that?
Not yet, because it kind of all happened about an hour ago, and
right.
So if we get a chance to send love to it, that would be great, because something I don't, there's no clear answer as to what to do.
Yeah.
But no, it's been a really good 8 weeks. I did the course without really thinking why I was doing it. When I saw what you'd written, I thought, oh, I want to
do it.
Part of this. But it's been really great, and the group energy has been great. I think it's been really, it adds more to it.
Definitely something about being in a group to do healing, even if we're doing self-healing, but simultaneously in a group. There's something extra added, a benefit there, some other power that, Gisela. She's probably just testing the link. Ready for tomorrow. Gisela, are you there? She's just trying the link because we've got Met Pro tomorrow morning, so she's probably just checking out the link. I have the same link for all my events, so yes.
One then. I might try and hijack another one then.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, and pop in and say hi. Yeah. So yeah, the group energy. Is completely different to kind of have this experience as a group, as opposed to even just one-to-one. It's really something extra special, I think, and doing the things that we're doing in the group as well. I think that's very beautiful. And what about your feet? All the love that they've had.
Certainly improving slowly, but definitely improving. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not last week, because I wasn't in last week, but the week before was really fun.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that's great. Thanks. Yeah. What about Rosette? Oh, sorry. Just let me 1 second. I just unmute you because there was a bit of background noise before. So go ahead.
Okay. I had two parts in it. One in the beginning was it helped me with this pain, and I use it for when the pain comes, and especially in the morning when I get up, because that's the worst part. And then during the day, I can use it for me. And then since I am all the time with other people, I see how it can be so useful in many, many different circumstances. Like yesterday evening, I accepted to run a group for a friend who couldn't do it, of parents of Alzheimer patients. And she said to me, do something on communication. And of course, there are many, many communication problems. However, it's often because they are so tired and irritated by constant same questions and so on. And at one point I said, would you agree if we do something else? And then I kind of created a small visualization. I conducted them in this heart place where there is love and so on. And we did it. Then I had questions, I explained. And I said, listen, I'm trying that, I'm just learning it too. So they were very interested. And they said, can you come another time? And I said, I will see with my friend. But they said, well, that would be something very, very good, instead of going into big explanations on communication.
Yeah.
It's that. They love their whatever husband, wife, so on. And at the same time, sometimes it's so difficult. And to come back into themselves, the way I realized it was good when I did it for me, I think it's fantastic if we can use it much more often and in different circumstances.
Yeah. The beauty of the simplicity of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been using myself, you know, since we put this together, you know, I've been more often using it for myself. In those same steps, just allow myself, where do I feel it, sit and just look with gentleness,
Yes.
just
Yeah.
gentle attention. And I had a client, well, kind of a client, an emergency, somebody I was helping this morning, and who was feeling, you know, quite can't cope with her life, and hurting, physically hurting, because of all the things that was going on in her remembering and what she had to deal with. And you know, when there's like so much reason,
Yes.
and you could be talking forever about it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So just to say, where are you hurting, and just that, recognizing that as a call for attention, and just turning the attention in there. And so we just did a little emergency, you know, gentleness. Didn't even like go into later on, just gentleness and softness to bring to her, it's hurting. So she went from like a pain of 10 out of 10 down to about 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So much softer that she could breathe and feel relaxed, and that's the first time of feeling coping for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to have a few sessions, and I've actually asked her, because I've got somebody who's interested to do this course, you know, as I started, and I'd like to get a few more to do what we've just done together, while, you know, if we want to go forwards with compassion exploration, then I can, you know, have another course running. So I've planted the seed that she might benefit, not just the healing journey, but the learning. You know, it's kind of like you're learning something while you're doing your healing work, and then you know how to do it, and you know how to pass it on then. So so that's been really beneficial for me, and I've really just loved it, just like sitting with you all, just shining love on things.
Yeah.
You know, what a beautiful thing to be doing, to spending our time. And it made me realize, you know, with our busyness of the day, how much time we actually spend in the attention I'm feeling and the attitude of love for what we're doing at the moment, you know. And it made me feel this to be very precious, you know, this kind of time of setting aside the time regularly to do love, to experience it, to feel it, to share it, to shine it. And so however it began, as whatever reasons that started that I began this, I really would like to carry on to share this particular format we've done with others, and to progress, because I think there's more for us to explore, definitely, together. So did you, I'd like to share something from this morning, actually, that came to me, maybe set the scene for the next course. But you know, we've all got our difficult things going on around us, and you know, I do my fair share of being in the dumps and then having to kind of get myself back up again with our situation. And so, you know, I'd spent a couple of little bit of time recently in the dump, so just feeling, woe is me, how hard is our life? And you know, it is actually, but you know. And then something else happened. You know, I had some news of yet another big thing that needed to be responded to. And I thought, I can't even afford to spend the time down there. I have to find more of myself to be able to handle all of this. And so what then that, you know, what that showed me was that this, you know, yet another person's real difficulty, you know, another real serious situation, how that then became a gift for me, because it actually moved me back into my power of love and compassion by really just needing to step up. And that's something that was an important learning for me, because, you know, I've been, one of the things I've had to learn in my own journey of late, because till recently I've been trying to do everything by myself, you know, solve all the problems, earn, work, help for medical care, all by myself, until I got so tired that I couldn't, and until the need got, there's no way I could, no way, you know. So I had to kind of learn how to open up and ask for help and accept help. So hard lessons to do that. And, you know, I've been feeling a little bit like a burden to be the one having such difficulty leaning on people. And yet, this situation turned around this morning. I saw that that person's struggle, suffering, difficulty, of my power, of my love, of my compassion, of my being more of my better self. And so it really helped me to turn this around. And, you know, when we're faced with suffering before us, and struggle and need before us, you know, at first it can be like, oh, we have to, you know, give of our energy, that's limited resources. But actually, if we embrace it and go through it and move into our power, it brings us to our highest self of compassion and selfless kindness. And to realize, to feel that, to learn it, to know it, what a gift. And it took somebody's terrible situation in front of me to bring me into that place. Now much more resourceful and powerful to be able to help, to actually be able to respond and, you know, make a difference in some way. So I wrote a couple of things like that came into my mind from that this morning before the day got going, you know, like about compassion. I just want to read, you know, I sent one to my husband, actually, you know, who's the one who's now getting ready for his second heart operation. He's going to have 20 days of recovery before he comes out of hospital. And he's just had the last one, which has been successful, but has saved his life. I wrote, "Dear, it's not an easy path, but it's a path we can walk with honor, dignity, compassion, courage, love, mercy, faith, and humility. And in this way, the difficult path brings the best part of us to rise up and shine. And by this way, we are blessed to know the greatest gifts of life through learning compassion." And then when one brings his suffering and vulnerability in front of another, he gives the opportunity for the other to find within the best parts of himself: compassion, love, selfless kindness. The one who shares his suffering, that's it, the one who shares his suffering with another, not a burden, but the bringer of the most precious gifts. They need only to be unwrapped to be received.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
So whilst we have this, I don't want to feel the pain, I don't want to suffer, you know, embracing our suffering, allowing it, allowing ourselves to feel it, is that movement that we do, embracing the suffering of others, for this is the bearer of the greatest gift of compassion. So that was my morning's reflections on the day, which set me up.
Fantastic.
That, you know, I really would like to go forward to explore the compassion movement and grow in compassion. And you know, it's a currency, let's say, or an energy that we'll need more of in the world. So that when you see this, you don't just swipe and go by or look another way and get on with your life. You can respond, something, ability to respond. And I know, and I remember years ago when I did the Love Clinic, the first time when I was doing some, you know, live courses for the Love Clinic, and I found a quote by Einstein, and it says something about our duty or our purpose in life is to grow our compassion beyond our close circles, not just our, you know, nearest and dearest, but to grow our compassion for the rest of humanity. That's our purpose. And you know, even saying that feels like tugging, like, I haven't got enough. I haven't got enough capacity for that. You know, I kind of feel, it makes me feel my limits, you know, already. And so even, you know, I know I can certainly grow. There's a room for me to grow in compassion. And so, you know, I hope that, you know, we'll come back to this and, you know, maybe at the end, but I would invite you, those here and at Oak and Karen and Margarita, I'm sure she would want to you know, continue together to explore that. How does that feel to you, sound to you? Dita, you've said you would like to do that. What about the other?
I would like to. My problem is that I am going to have many evening taken, and it's going to be practically a little difficult in this coming fall. I will again be more free. It was good now because it was August and September, and now everything is starting on the 1st of October. But the idea to me is really great. It's an organization problem.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's a, you know, a time which is a better in it, you know, we could kind of synchronize sort of a majority time that we could find that was a better time to be able to fit it in. I don't know, better than Thursday night. What's your feeling, Janine? Is that something that you would be interested to explore?
I would have said no, but not that I'm not interested, just spend the time and things. But with what's happened just now, literally just an hour or so ago, I'm thinking I really do need to perhaps go deeper into that compassion thing, because can I just explain what's happened?
Yeah, do.
Just briefly. My son's messaged me. He has a 1-year-old daughter that he has, she's with him all the time. The mother's an alcoholic, and he said, would I have the mother and the baby here with me for a month? And I'm like, no. But, you know, you're saying about spreading the circle, and, you know, it is family, well, sort of.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult circumstances, you know, because she won't, well, maybe she will, but she hasn't, you know, my granddaughter's over 1.5 years old, and she's still drinking very heavily. The mother is very difficult one.
I remember, not quite similar, but I remember having a client one time, and she had a completely, it was the mother-in-law was her problem. And she just didn't get on with the mother-in-law. They were always fighting and having this awful energy between them. And when we explored the movement of compassion, you know, we kind of went through that actually. She couldn't believe how, and I've done this more than once, I can remember other cases now of doing this with clients. She couldn't believe that she would come round to love this woman and want to be, you know, be able to connect with her. And in the movement that happened within her, the relationship completely transformed. It's like the mother-in-law became a different person with her, even from the next first encounter. So, you know, that all those things that you're meeting as your limits there, they're just showing you, oh, this place needs to be stretched out a bit. This needs some light shining on it. Open up and get the channel flowing better, and, you know, and grow the heart. So, you know, maybe that would be good if that's landed as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, well, you know, well, let's come back to that, and, you know, as we go, but maybe let's spend some time to do something now for the evening. And it was Margarita's suggestion that we might direct our energy of love wider than our circle here. And so, first of all, if you have a person or a situation, even, you know, last time we did constellations. So if you had a person or a situation that needs love, that needs the energy of love to help, to assist, to ease, to lift it, that we could collectively send there. Has something come to your mind that you would like our group energy to help bless? Dita?
Yes.
Yeah, I have something. Yeah, like maybe it's something that I would call neighborhood, like in general.
The neighborhood.
It's like this house, this
yeah.
house, this town, and this country. Like
yeah,
it's something that I like. I feel like a lot of stress, and then like what you say about the compassion, and it would be like something that I need is like to just listen in a way that has this attitude, meaning like the softness and the love. So how you can take all this stress, whatever comes is thrown at you, and you can. It's not like to get out of this mode. How do I do this mentally? Not like getting out there, but just.
Yeah, it's like to be that energy, so you can just look from that energy of softness and love somewhere. Yeah, and to cultivate that. Yeah, in front of the triggers. And okay, so the house. So you know, your immediate community, and then the next level out.
Yeah, like the soul.
And what?
So that I can be a fish in the water, like so not like protect myself from all the stress.
Yeah, so you don't in that protection. Yeah, so you can be more open and connected with it. Yeah. So let's, as we work this out, so would it be good for us all to join you in the same end, the same intention as you, or is for each to do? I think there's a power in the group. I'm almost answering the question before you know, I suggest the alternative, which would be each we do something like that ourselves. Now let's come together and bring some love to Dita's.
So perhaps we could do our own, but then expand it that much that we all join up into each other's areas.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. That's how we would end up joining our, yeah, nice, yeah. So we'll do our own house, our own like community, and then our own country, and then our 4 countries. Because where are we? Germany, England, Switzerland, and Cairo, Egypt, and Malaysia, and Germany, and Ireland.
An island.
An Ireland, yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah, that's really nice.
That seems even better. Somehow it feels better than just like focusing on this perspective here. But
It feels better. It feels like a good idea to then, we each start locally and get wider, and then we join into.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Awesome. Okay, so let's first, as we focus on our own house, who and what is on our own household. And the first is to allow it to be as it is. To allow it to be as it is, and to bring our gentle attention to local house. And all that is within it, the place and the people. Just to look with gentleness and love. And with that smile of thankfulness that here we are with this wonderful opportunity to spend this time just to do this. Bringing the energy of love to our home, the physical space and the people within it. Thankful love shining in our home. That energy of softness and gentle love to all within this place. All the aspects, past, present, and future in this place. All the aspects of the place, the past aspects of the place, present and the future aspects of the place. allowing everything to be as it is, and shining happy, thankful love on everything. And now as we expand our attention out to the local community that we live in outside of the house, the town, and all that is within it. It's people and places. Allowing all to be as it is. And looking with gentle, soft love on the whole town. All its past aspects, its present and future aspects. Smiling with happy love that is shining to our town. And as we extend our awareness and attention wider to the country that we're in, and all that is within it of places and people, of land, vegetation and animals, man-made structures, allowing all to be as it is. And bringing the energy of softness and gentleness and love on the whole country. smiling, happy, thankful love. The whole of the country, its past aspects, present and future aspects. The thankfulness and happiness that here we are, that we can even do this. And we have this moment to do this. As we expand our attention to connect all of our countries, Germany, Switzerland, England, Egypt, Malaysia, Ireland. Smiling with happy, grateful love to shine on all these countries together. Bringing that soft, happy, thankful love to all the past aspects of all the countries. The present and the future aspects. Soft, gentle, happy love. Germany, Switzerland, Ireland, England, Egypt, and Malaysia. And now expand your attention even wider to include all the parts of the earth where there's war and struggle and suffering and tragic situations. Allow all to be as it is. And with your happiest, most thankful, most joyful, most grateful love, with all adoration and compassion, shine this love on all of these places. And all of the people in these places. Happy, thankful, joyful love on all of these countries and all of these people. And smile for the happy realization that we have this moment and opportunity to bring our energy of love to all these places and people in happiness and gratitude. And then finally, extend your attention to the whole planet, the whole of the earth, all the land, all the oceans, all the people, all the animals, above the surface and below our planet, with all softness and gentleness and love, with all gratitude and happiness. Shining your love on the whole of the earth, its past aspects, its present, and its future. all happiness and gratitude. And if we extend our attention even further to the solar system and the galaxy we're in, and the universe that we're a part of. And all that is within it. Soft, gentle, wondrous love. Thankfulness, joy, adoration. Shine your love into the whole of the universe. Spend a few moments in gratitude and love. In awe and wonder. Spend a few more moments to explore what is beyond this. And then slowly taking your time, small movements of your hands, Bringing your attention back to the universe, the galaxy, the earth, all the countries with all of their aspects, our own countries, our towns, our home, and all that is within it. And back to ourselves, our own home. And taking a couple of deep breaths. Just gently move your hands, feel your body in your seat, the sounds around you. And take your time to open your eyes in your own time. Shake out your wrists, your hands. Stretch if you want.
Something. Yesterday evening, somebody told us about a woman completely paralyzed. They brought her several years in a row in the big station of Zurich, and she would just send love to everybody. And when she was not there, everybody felt something in the station. And finally she died. But they were saying how it was intense, just one woman in this big train station hall.
Wow.
I'm sure it works.
Yeah.
I liked when I said that, because I thought whatever happens to me, I could always do that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Missed you again.
We missed you for this one for sure. Yeah. But you catch the replay. We're recording.
Yeah, but I'm really sorry. You know, it's at nighttime. Everybody rings at night. And I got so involved in the conversations, I forgot the time.
Well, we did what you wanted us to do and more.
Shall we do it all again now, just for Marguerite?
Oh dear. Oh no, you're. You know, and I missed like even being with you because I love the group.
Yeah, I do as well. I do as well.
And I see Dieter has been doing some more painting. Lovely Dieter.
Just unmuting you, Dieter. Oh, you need to do it yourself, yeah.
This, I just said, like, it seems this one is like a long time ago already, but it's still recent. Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know when I catch up with the rest of you up in there, because like I'm only like an ABC compared to the rest of you now.
Yeah.
Which is, I suppose, I'll still get there in the 12 months.
Yeah.
And how's everybody else? How are you, Janine?
Very well, thank you. You've just missed a really good session.
I know.
Hope you enjoy it when we do it again.
And I wouldn't mind, but like, I had 3 phone calls tonight. You know, one after the other. And you know the way when you get caught in a conversation, for me anyway, it went on and on. And I looked at my watch and I said, oh my God, I've missed it again.
How does everybody feel after that? Like how are you feeling inside yourself after doing what you just did?
I felt quite emotional at the start of it when we were focusing on our own house. And it just seemed to go, then after that it just got very deep, and the further out we went, the deeper it felt. And just really nice. When we came to the end of our own country, I could feel myself pushing at the borders, waiting to just join up with everybody.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Very peaceful, I think. Very, very peaceful.
Yeah.
It also made me think, you know, maybe we've stopped a war somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thrilled to hear you did that, because you know, I've been doing this myself an awful lot, because you know, we have Boris, of course, we have Donald Trump, and you know what? The reason for a lot of these things is a lack of love, and it's even we might be only few in number, but I think the more of us send love to people in situations, because mostly we criticize, and we just looking at the bad side of them. But look, everyone has, and this is what I say, and I probably have said it on Facebook, you know, at the heart of every one of us, there is everything that we need to make a wonderful world. And they have it as well as each of us. Boris Johnson has it, Donald Trump has it, anyone else you like to think of, you know? And I think that is the biggest mistake in humanity, that maybe we're discovering it. Maybe we're at the beginning of a better times, but like, it's the love. And it's the deep love. I don't mean, yeah, I mean, yes, the kitten love is lovely, but I think there's a deeper love in each of us, that we have such a capacity that, and I think the supermind is great to help us to go there. I don't want to let other people talk, but I will tell you at the end, if there's time, about my experience.
Yeah, I didn't ever make that whole journey before at the first time. I kind of just let that kind of unfold and take attention and love out that far. That was quite wondrous experience. And I feel
And
Excellent.
you can take it back as far as you like too.
We did. We went out
Oh,
and then we came back in. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it was good.
This,
Dieter?
this journey had something of supermind, like a zoom movement, but
Yeah.
it had also the gentle attention. It was like
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. That whole concept of just bringing the gentle, soft love to all levels, all places, past, present, and future. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. That was kind of awesome, actually.
Mhm.
Kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do to come from that energy and from that place. Margarita, we started by sharing something about what we've enjoyed or benefited from the 8 weeks together, and to talk about, could we continue? Is it possible as a group if we to stay together, or can we not all make it, to explore compassion on a deeper level? And so I don't know what your thoughts on that. Would you like to be part of a compassion exploration?
I feel I would, and I'll tell you why. Because, I mean, you know some of the story, but I feel in my own family, in one family in particular, that because there hasn't been compassion for each other's weaknesses and for each other's mistakes, that there is, and it's not just one generation, it's in a couple of generations, I think. And you know, and the effect of it on somebody's life is
Yeah.
dreadful. And so I certainly think compassion is what we need. And you know, compassion is a part of that loving as well, because you know, like say, and taking Boris Johnson now, we'll say compassion for somebody like him, who has such a need in himself to be a leader of the party or whatever, and you know, to control things. Like all of that is a need in somebody, and you have to have compassion to be able to pray for that person or love that person. And it's not our love, because if it was left to us, I'm afraid we'd have his head knocked off. But you know, or anybody else for that matter, and historical figures. I just pray for historical figures too, because, and when I say pray, I mean love, because to me prayer is more about the love that's in the heart of every human being. And so certainly compassion to me would be powerful.
Good. Yeah, good. Well, that'd be good to have you with us. So we just need to work out a what night. Could be Thursday, could be Friday, could be a Sunday night. I've got some things on other nights. So any other thoughts that I can take into consideration if you'd like to join together and continue? What times? Is there any times better than others that would make it possible for you?
For me, the Thursday is actually a good day.
Thursday is a good
like
day.
other days would be worse. Like I just like Thursday is a good day, and Wednesday is also a good day. Tuesday is a good day. Monday is a good day.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah. What about the rest of you? If you would want to carry on, could you do it? You know, we've managed to do a Thursday? Is that possible to continue on a Thursday, or is there another night that would have to work to make it possible for you if you wanted to carry on?
I mean, like for like this late night for this kind of work is I like that.
It's nice for the evening, like 8 o'clock for the evening when the energy is quiet, more quiet actually. So yeah, that's good. Yeah.
The time is okay because we start at 9 until 10:30 for me, and
Yeah.
that's good. That's good in the evenings where I don't have anything, but it's never planned. I cannot say it can be Thursday, certain Thursdays and not others. So that's what makes it difficult.
Yeah. Would it be, would you be able to participate that and attend the ones that you could live and catch the replay
Yeah, that's
where
possible.
you couldn't,
Yeah.
in order to bring your energy, you know, to be with the group? Is that a possibility?
That's possible. Yeah.
Yeah. And what about you, Janine? Could that still fit for you?
Same as Rosette, it's you know, some are easier than others on Thursdays, but it could be the same any other night.
Yeah. So Thursday then, what about we managed a Thursday? What about we kind of keep it going for the Thursday? And what about having a little break? Because now we're 26 I kind of envisaged it to start like not the first week, but the second week of October, to just have a little break for a week and then start again. Is that sound good? And it gives me time to organize like the registration page and see if anybody else would like to join, you know, to come even into a compassion program.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of time to see if anybody else have, you know, a registration for this course, and one other person who wants to do it, maybe two. So if I don't get everything together, then I might invite that person to join with this. So we'll see. So I need to gather.
Well, you think, Sandra, you had one person for the love course, is it?
Yeah, one person registered,
Yeah.
another
But I mean,
interested, and another one may be interested. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, because I think like even with the compassion, you know, they could find a way of finding love within that as well.
Yeah, for the new. However, I think also what we've done has got its own value to just learn that simple attitude and how to do that movement and spend time in it. That's, you know, and then apply it in the different ways that we have. It's got its own value in its own right. And in the things that we were talking, Dita, you raised it to me by email, and I thought about this, talked about with a couple of colleagues, and you know, if we kind of did this, the healing with love, the healing with compassion, on growing our compassion, and then, you know, even mercy, you know, as a slightly distinct from forgiveness, but as an evolution of forgiveness, that's also something to explore, which together to evolve and discover and move in those ways would be wonderful thing spiritually, a gift for ourselves to kind of spend the time in exploring that. I know it would be for me, but I think for anybody who would go down that path. So anyway, to leave that with me as we finish, and we'll have a week off and aim to start the following, like a week Thursday, and I'll contact you with a sign-up form for it, and we'll do the replays again, and we'll start up again on compassion for the next module of the new course that's formulating itself as we go along.
It's amazing. It's amazing, really, what, like, the way we ourselves are developing. You know, that's what I found anyway, that my own, you know, my own feeling about what's happening is developing. And I have done like a meditation course, and we did something similar, but I didn't find that I I evolved in the same way as I have in the group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think this going back to ourselves first,
Mm.
and you know, that's the part of it that I really, really love.
Mm.
You know, going back into our own experiences and our own heart.
Mm. I can feel a definite, like, a deepening sense of being, of love, feel, experience in myself from even from tonight, what we did. So, yeah. Well, it's always hard to break up the party. It's good to know that we're going to be starting again soon, but as we bring our session to a conclusion, and we include Atuk watching and Karen watching on the replay. So I just want to say deep thanks to everybody for being present, for the group, all your contributions to the group and being present all these weeks. Even live and absent, because we still included you and we know that you're with us. And really, I've loved it. So just for my personal benefit, thank you for the
Thank you to you. Yeah.
And I thank you, Sandra, and each one, because like everyone, I felt something wonderful from being in this group.
Thank you very much, yes, Sandra, for everything and for this course, really, and each one of you too.
Yeah. Love everybody.
Thank you all, also everybody.
Yeah, thanks to everyone.
That was great.
Have a good week.
So on the note of a happy, thankful, joyful, adoring love to shine on all of us, present
and out all over the place.
And yeah, just let it overspill and overflow. And thank God, thanks for everything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we shall meet again soon.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to stop our recording. And, good night, Atuk and Karen also.
Good night.
Good night to everybody.
Everyone.
Good night.